Okay, good evening, everyone. Okay, we're going to please settle down. I know you're all excited for the quiz today, so let's have a teach back on the chapters that you were supposed to study this week with regards to what? Renal conditions. You also have to talk about genitourinary tract conditions, and of course, including reproductive organ conditions and diseases. And the other one was about, of course, your disorders that affects male and female reproductive organs, right? So it's important, therefore, that we talk about this, because as future nurses, you will, especially on the one on the kidney, you will be encountering them very often. And as I always tell you, it's always nice and important to go back to what? The foundation of nursing, which happens to be anatomy. So I found an old video of mine, just probably 2 or 3 terms ago, on kidney function. I don't know if you have a chance to look at that. I'm trying to overhaul my videos, because the problem with the Cultura videos, you can only see my what? Face. And many people, oh, Dr. Gamo, she's just reading the PowerPoint slides. Well, with the amount of material covered there, sometimes we have no choice but to read and discuss what is there. But the Cultura videos have their own advantage, but I have 2 sets of videos here, cameras, which hopefully in the teach back I can play before you take the final exam. You can maybe what? Review what we have discussed here, right? I will be posting all these teach back videos on the next coming weeks for the final exam. So, why the kidney is important? Can anybody tell me? What does the kidney do?
Filtrates the blood.
Okay, filters the blood, and in order to remove what is in the blood that you need to filter?
Waste.
Waste. And what do you call this waste? They're called nitrogenous waste. Why are they called nitrogenous waste? Because they contain what?
Nitrogen.
Of course. Amazing, right? And there are 3 of these wastes. What are these 3 waste products? Urea, creatinine, and uric acid. Very good. And can anybody tell me, when do you produce these waste products?
Breakdown of muscles and
Breakdown of?
muscle protein.
Protein.
What?
Protein.
What did you say, my dear?
Protein.
Give me 5. Okay, breakdown of what? So do we eat protein substances?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Do we find protein in the meat we eat? Do we find protein in the vegetables we eat? Yes, they contain protein still, not as much as beef, pork, but still it has protein. That's why if you're a vegetarian, you want to get sources of protein from vegetables, right? Do you understand? So it is the breakdown of proteins that brings about the formation of this waste. And you might be wondering, what the heck do I need to know these things for, Dr. Gamo? It's very simple. A patient who is suffering from acute kidney renal failure or chronic kidney failure, what kind of diet do we recommend? High in protein or low?
Low.
Why?
The body wouldn't be able to.
Yes, Ms. Juliana?
The body wouldn't be able to excrete it, basically, to get rid of filter.
Because the kidney is what? Failing. So what happens if you give a high protein diet? What happens next? If you have more high protein in the diet, what happens? You produce more what? More waste. That's how you argue things. If this were a court of law and you are the lawyer, Your Honor, I will give a low protein diet in a patient who is suffering from acute renal failure for the simple reason that if I give a high protein diet, the more protein I give to this patient suffering from acute renal failure, obviously I produce more waste. What kind of waste? Nitrogenous waste. Do you find nitrogen in protein? Yes, the polypeptide units contain nitrogen. Do you contain nitrogen in these 3 waste products I mentioned? Urea, creatinine, and uric acid. Yes, that's why they're called nitrogenous waste. So, if the kidney is failing, give you an analogy. This building has a janitor. The janitor is used to cleaning the room for what? 10 rooms a day. Today he suffers from the flu. He's sick. He's failing. I'm sick, Dr. Gamo. What would be the best thing to do? Will I give him 20 more rooms to clean?
No.
I would tell him, go home. Or maybe instead of giving 10 rooms, okay, just 1 room today, go home and rest and recover, so that the following day when you recover, you can start cleaning the 10 rooms that you have always been assigned. Because you have so many what? Waste in that room. And that waste is actually what? Your urea creatinine and uric acid. In other words, can we compare that kidney to a janitor, or one who cleans the blood?
Yes.
Filters the blood, removing the waste so that the waste will go where? In the wee-wee or the urine, right? So every time I go to that restroom, I look at the urine, in the urinal, I say, thank you, kidney. I'm not kidding. I'm just joking, of course. I have to talk to things, including the urine. Because by thanking the kidney, it's the one that produces the urine. Without the kidney, I would not be able to produce that urine, which removes the waste. So you have to chant, of course. It's meant to be a joke, but every day you always thank things. You have the brain makes you learn today. Pay attention, listen, and make you decide to stop talking when I begin to talk, right? At the same time, you thank the kidneys. How many kidneys do we have?
2.
2. 1 on the left and?
Right.
Amazing. So it's so easy to remember these things. How many kidneys? How many hands do I have?
2.
Left and?
Right.
Right. Okay. So 1 on the left, 1 on the right kidney. Which one is higher?
Right side.
Huh?
Right side.
Right side, and you're pointing to my left. Okay. So which one is it?
I right side.
So the kidney on the right is higher. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. According to your partner there in crime, your neighbor, she said no. Okay. You said that which is higher, right or left? Left. Okay. Let's do a survey. Who says the kidney on the right is higher? Who says the kidney on the left is higher? Okay. It's okay. Okay. Tell us why. The answer is correct. It's on the left. It's higher. Why, my dear? What is your name? Huh? What? Arlene. See, so to become smart, you just don't know the right answer, but you have to know why. That's what I want my students to become smart. I would even appreciate if you become smarter than me. I'm not saying I'm smart, but I'm just older than you, which means I have probably accumulated some form of little wisdom, as you grow older. I hope I will not develop senile dementia or Alzheimer's. Yes, Arlene, tell us. Why is the left kidney higher than the right kidney, Arlene?
Because the liver is on your right side.
And what does the liver do?
Push down your kidney.
There you go. Isn't that so beautiful? Don't you have this, when you learn something new or something old, but you're relearning them, don't you feel good? Don't you have that, like similar to, well, I hate to say this, like an orgasmic experience. Oh shit, it's true. The right kidney is on the right. It's going to be pushed by what? The liver. Is there a liver on the left side?
No.
There is none. And what is on the left side?
Heart.
Spleen. You're absolutely right. What's your name? Tigran. I know you got an A. You're just trying to be humble, okay? So the spleen is not big enough to displace the kidney downwards. It is the liver that pushes the kidney downwards on the right. That's the reason why it's lower. So is there room for confusion in nursing, my dear? There should be none. Because we want what? Perfection. Now, I'm not saying perfect, but you don't have to have 100% every quiz you take. But you always strive to be the best that you can be. And that only comes with what? Studying hard, really hard, right? And being able to learn and understand all these concepts. Now, so we said the kidney is an organ that filters the blood. Okay? So I'll write down here, kidney, right? It filters the blood. And so the kidney here, get you there. What is the blood vessel that brings blood to the kidney?
Renal artery.
Perfect. And what is the blood vessel that brings blood away from the kidney?
Renal veins.
Renal vein. Okay, let's review your anatomy background. The renal vein brings the blood away from the kidney. The renal artery brings blood to the kidney. Now, where did the renal artery come from? From where? Perfect, very good. So what is the name of the aorta?
Descending aorta.
Abdominal. Why is it called abdominal aorta?
Because it's in
It's in the, oh my God, don't you love anatomy? Oh my God, I've never a seizure. I really love anatomy. Every time you say that to yourself, you will really love anatomy and you will not forget. You should enjoy learning. You know, learning is something fun. So learning should be something that you should enjoy, right? So that you get the best grade you can get. And where did the aorta come from? Is it the diaphragm here? When the aorta pierces the diaphragm, it goes into the abdominal cavity, therefore it's called abdominal aorta. Above here, what is the name of the aorta? What is the name of the aorta? Why? Because it's in the thoracic cavity. Isn't that amazing? Above here, it's called what? What do you call this part that goes up? Ascending, because it is going. And then what do you call this one that forms an arch? Aortic arch. It's so funny, right? But don't you love anatomy? It's your perception that's important. If you think it's hard, it will become hard. But if you think it's easy, OMG for Dr. G. What about the what goes down? Because what does descent mean? Of course. Isn't that amazing? Right? And where did the aorta come from? Particularly the ascending aorta. What chamber of the heart?
The left ventricle.
Very good. See? The left ventricle. Now let's go to the other side of the 405 freeway. This is the 405 north and south. This is the, let's say, it's called the, the 110 freeway, okay? The real vein will bring the blood where? So the direction of blood is this way. Here the blood goes this way, right? To reach the organs that has to be the target organs. The blood in the kidney goes to the renal vein away from the organ towards what? What do you call this major blood vessel here? That is parallel to the aorta.
Inferior vena cava.
What?
Inferior.
Are you sure it's not superior vena cava?
Inferior.
Of course. I'm just trying to find out if you will change your mind. It's called IVC. Right? Now, 110 North Freeway. The blood eventually what? Also pierces the diaphragm. The blood vessel pierces the diaphragm. Eventually ends up going where? To what chamber of the heart?
Right atrium.
Very good. So the right atrium is here. This is the right ventricle. And then it goes there. Okay? Do you understand? So apparently, therefore, you will observe that it's a circle. The circle of love. The circle of blood. Why do you think it's called circulate? From the word circle. Remember the word circulatory system? Circulate. No, I just made this up. It's not really in the anatomy books, but circulate. Circle. Heart to the organ, back to the heart. It's a circle of blood. Here the blood is rich in what? Oxygen. And here the blood is rich in what? Carbon dioxide. It's called deoxygenated blood. Are you following me? We have talked to this before in the lecture on the cardiovascular system. As it wasn't it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. You said the kidney is going to filter what? The blood. Now let me ask you this. So the waste product we were referring to, urea, creatinine, and uric acid, brought about by the breakdown of protein, should therefore be carried by which blood vessel? The renal artery or the renal vein? Vein. Any other answer? Okay, who says renal vein? There you go. Who says renal artery? Who says, I do not know? You better raise your hand. The people here did not raise with left vein, artery, I don't know. So what is your answers there, the people there?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, this, very good. Something like this, she did not answer because she did not understand the question. She wants me to repeat, but it's very good, she's very honest. Okay. We said the kidney filters what? Blood. Is the renal artery a blood vessel? Yes. Does it contain blood? Yes, oxygenated blood. What about the renal vein? Is it a blood vessel? Yes. Does it carry a lot of carbon dioxide by the red blood cell? Yes. So my question was, which among these two blood vessels will carry the urea, the creatinine, and the uric acid that will be filtered by the kidney? Renal vein. Okay, who says renal vein? Please raise your hand, participate. Raise your hand. Okay.
No, artery.
Okay, who says renal artery? Okay, who says renal vein? Okay, still have few hands this time. Okay. Okay, just chill, just chill, just chill. Okay. So how important is anatomy? It is so important because it is the foundation of the things we learn in this class. Okay? Now, okay, relax.